What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some new cards to look at from Ultimate Power, some new Digimon cards. It looks very, very much like the lovely folks over at Bandai have started their weekly reveals. I say weekly, they're pretty much daily, and I'm delighted about this. And you know the deal by now, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If they're going to do daily reveals, we're going to do daily videos, and you can learn all about all these new cards as they are shown off. Now today we've got a couple of new ones. We've got ourselves an Ikkakumon and a Zudomon. Not the first time we've seen either of those bad boys, of course. So let's start off having a look at Ikkakumon. Now Ikkakumon comes in as a level 4, 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, 3,000 power. And if we compare that to the Ikkakumon from New Evolution, you've got 2,000 less power. Oh. Yeah, it's actually kind of weak. For a level 4, this is kind of weak. We don't... Put it this way. Of all the level blue 4s in New Evolution, none of them were as low as 3,000 power. This is weak. 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve is about right. So we are looking kind of weak here with the Ikkakumon, but does it have a nice skill? Yes. Yes, it does. Gee whiz, can anyone think who did our translation today? It was actually Chosugoi over on the Facebook group. Thank you very much. And when you attack, you destroy one of your opponent's Digimon's evolution sources from the top. Now this actually makes a pretty big difference. Generally, now we've seen abilities like this before. This is not a new ability. If we go over to the blue starter deck, we can have a look at either Gabumon or Garurumon. They both did a similar thing. They both removed an evolution source from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Now, one thing that is important was Gabumon was level 5 or less. Garurumon was just any. But trashing from the top is pretty big, because what it basically means is that you get to get rid of the best one, so to speak. And that's important. That's very, very important. So, I mean, for instance, we've already seen that Gabumon gets rid of from a level 5 or below, but Garurumon gets rid of any evolution source. Clearly, Garurumon is better, but Garurumon is a level 4 rather than a level 3. Okay, this makes perfect sense. It's a nice skill. And of course, it must be pointed out here that this being a level 4 is basically a replacement for Garurumon. And I'll be honest with you, as an inheritable skill, it's difficult to play this over Garurumon. Not impossible, but Garurumon's rocking up. Same cost to play, same cost to evolve, 1,000 more power, and sure, we're pretty sure that Garurumon lets you discard from the bottom and Ikkakumon lets you from the top, but honestly, it remains to see how relevant this is going to be. You're giving up 1,000 power to do so. That's not to say it's not worth it, and it's not to say you're never going to want to, but it is to say it's something you really need to bear in mind here. Plus, I mean, if we're looking level 4s, we could look at something like Frigimon, who's got Jammer. And I like Jammer. Jammer means that you will not be destroyed in battles with security Digimon. Very different kind of card, of course. My point is, we've got lots of other good level 4s that we can chuck in as well here. Grizzlymon comes in as a nice level 4 blocker, as an example. And of course, we should also mention the Ikkakumon from the starter deck, because why would we not talk about Ikkakumon without comparing it to other Ikkakumon? Starter deck Ikkakumon comes in as a vanilla card. 4 cost to play normally is cheaper. 2 cost to evolve is the same. 5,000 power is 2,000 more, but it is vanilla. So yeah, the Ikkakumon from the starter deck is cheaper and more powerful, but it's also vanilla. The one from New Evolution, we come in with 2,000 more power, same cost, but it's got an evolution skill that says it cannot be blocked by your opponent's Digimon that don't have any evolution sources. Now, having said that, this is a skill that's only going to be really good when you get rid of their evolution sources, and that's where something like Ikkakumon comes in. And this is something we've seen Blue do, and this is just another option for it. I've already shown you Gabumon. I could show you the Blue Tamer from New Evolution. Blue Tamer from New Evolution, when you play a Blue Digimon, you may put it to rest and then remove an evolution source from one of your opponent's Digimon. So this works quite nicely. If you're playing this kind of deck, if you're playing a hey look, you have no evolution sources tee-hee-hee kind of deck, this will work quite nicely. Is this the best Ikkakumon we've seen? If I've accidentally called it Zudomon, I apologise. I think it might be. I think it might be the best Ikkakumon we've seen. Is it better than the Garurumon from the Blue Starter deck? That I'm not convinced about, ladies and gentlemen. Not convinced at all. But there is an actual Zudomon coming, and this one is a vanilla card. We got a vanilla level 5, 6 cost to play normally, 3 cost to evolve, 9,000 power. And on the one hand, yay! On the other hand, we've seen a vanilla level 5. We had one back in New Evolution, and it was Loda Leomon, and it was 1 more to play normally, but it had an extra 1,000 power, and it still had the same evolution cost. So now I look at this and I go, well, is it worth playing over that one? If you're evolving up, no. If you're evolving up, you're playing for the same evolution cost while giving up 1,000 power. If you're going evolution and you want a vanilla level 5, Loda Leomon is just better. The other one we've got is Monzemon. Now, Monzemon is 6,000 power, which as a level 5 vanilla is underpowered. I mean, it's also an adorable little bear running around with balloons, so, you know, it's kind of awesome here. Kind of makes me want to play it just for that. And Monzemon has been popping up in a bunch of deck lists over in Japan. It is only 6,000 power, but it is cheaper to play and it is cheaper to evolve. And really here the question is why you're playing this level 5. If you're playing from your hand and you want to attack, yes, this new Zudomon is the one you want to go for. 6 cost to play normally, 9,000 power, that is the best combo. If you're evolving and you want to be attacking, Loda Leomon is a better option. Same cost, free, plus 1,000 power, really difficult to argue against it. If, however, what you're trying to do is get from a level 4 to a level 6, Monzemon is still your boy. Because 2 cost to evolve into a level 5 is cheap. Of all the level 5s we've seen in the starter deck in New Evolution, there are no other level 5s that can evolve for 2 memory. So Monzemon still becomes the better option. You can, of course, combine it with, say, Gorillamon, a level 4 that evolves for 1 memory, and all of a sudden you are evolving up way faster than you might be expecting to otherwise. I'm not looking at this Zudomon and going, yeah, it's amazing, because it's not. It's not a card you look at and go, this rocks. But the fact of the matter is now, we've had an entire set, and we've had 3 starter decks, and we can now start to look at these vanilla cards and really start comparing them to other cards. And here there are 2 comparisons to make, one to Loda Leomon and one to Monzemon. And all 3 of them have advantages and disadvantages, and I've laid them out nicely for you. Now, if you're feeling in the mood particularly for Zudomon, we did have the one from New Evolution. Now, this was 1 more to play normally and only had 6,000 power, not 9. But when you play it, you draw 2 cards from your deck. That's awesome. And when you attack, if your opponent has any Digimon in play with no evolution sources, then you get to gain a memory. And I love this Zudomon, because this Zudomon gives you extra cards and extra memory. Though do remember you only get the extra cards as a play skill. That is to say, if you evolve up, you don't get to use it. Boo hiss, etc. Heading over into the starter deck, we did have a Zudomon in there as well. This was the same cost and 7,000 power, so same cost but loses 2,000 power. But when you evolved, you got to discard 2 cards, 2 evolution sources from one of your opponent's Digimon. So clearly there is a fairly handy bonus for playing this. And this all goes to say, basically, I like these cards, but I don't look at either of these 2 new cards today and say they're essential. They have their uses, they're worth playing, they can find their way into decks, but I don't think either of them are essential. But I would be very interested to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.